Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Malamed, Shlita. Here we are, Yom Chamishi. Hope everyone had a great Chag Atzmaut, celebrating the miracle, no less than a miracle, of having the state of Israel, celebrating her 78th birthday. We continue our learning. We ask you to please continue davening for Chalei Tzva Gana Yisrael, for Shlem Chol B'Tzvei Yisrael, safety of our brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael. And we learn each day Aleinu Nishmat and Daniel Shimon, our Avdaron V'Shel Yishem Kam Damo. And we certainly hope that everyone is doing well. I was just commenting this morning how allergies here in the northeastern United States are just brutal this season. I think we say that every year, but you could probably hear it in my voice a little bit because I could barely hear my own voice because of the congestion. But we plug along nonetheless. The next chapter, Shir Shel Yom. Kiven Tefillah Shachris Niskana Keneged Karban Hatamid. Ve'achar Hakrovas Hatamid Hayomrim Halayim Shir Shel Yom. Nogul Omrim Achar Tefillah. So since the morning services were established to correspond with the Karban Tamid, and after the Tamid that was brought in the Beis HaMikdash, the Levites used to say the Psalm of the day or the Song of the day, so therefore we have the same. This comes from Maseches Sofrim. Ulam lo tiknu zos kachava. We didn't establish, though, this as a requirement. V'hayu shel nogal omra. And there are those that didn't say it. But sof tkuvas harishonu kvar nogal kol omra. However, by the end of the period of the Rishonim, the custom was that everyone would say it. Lefnei hashir maskirin asayom hayom yom rishon b'Shabbos. So before we say the actual song, which turns out to be a psalm, we actually announce the day. So you'd say today is the first day of the week. Sheni b'Shabbos, etc. Second day of the week. V'chein b'chol yom. K'dei l'kaimes mitzvah zichiris yom haShabbos b'chol yom ha'chol. And the reason why we say it, we don't just say hayom yom sheni. So today is Thursday. We don't say hayom yom chamishi. We say hayom yom chamishi b'Shabbos because there is a mitzvah to mention Shabbos every single day. The whole week revolves around Shabbos that is coming or that came. But Nisach Sfard, Mosifin Lomer Lefnei Shir Shel Yom Mizmor Tefillah LeDavid. In Nisach Sfard, they have an additional recitation of before Shir Shel Yom. They say the 86th Psalm of Tefillah LeDavid. V'lakada Pesukam HaPesach Beis Yaakov Mizmor Shir Amalas LeDavid. And the collection of Pesukim, which opens in Beis Yaakov and also Mizmor Shir Amalas LeDavid, which is 124 in Tehillim, B'yamim Shel Simcha Kashem Shein Omrim Lam Tech Mizmor LeDavid Yancha Hashem Sarah. So on days of Simcha, when we don't say Lam Natseach, as we discussed previously, Gamein Omrim Tefillah LeDavid, they wouldn't say this extra piyut either. B'yom Tzara Si Ekra Eka, because it has a mention of a day of my suffering or pain. Gam B'Sidurim Shanosach Sfard Chasidim Mutfasim Prakam Elo. It's also found in Sidurim that are from Nisach Sfard or even Chasidim. El Shirabim Nolgal Dagalim V'Loma Rakshir Shel Yom committing Nisach Ashkenaz, but you won't find too many people saying it, even though it's in there. Many of them skip it as well, even today. Od Hevdel Yeshna Ben Nesachim. There's another difference between different Nischos. Shel Minig Ashkenaz Omer B'Tchila Aleinu L'Shabech Achar Kach Shir Shel Yom. In Nisach Ashkenaz, we say Aleinu first, a mourner's Kaddish, followed by the Psalm of the day or the Song of the day. Ulebesof Pita Makatoris. And in Israel, they would say Pita Makatoris. Here in America, we don't say Pita Makatoris. Ve'ilu Nisach Sfard, Omram Tchila Shir Shel Yom, Achar Kach Pita Makatoris, Ulebesof Aleinu L'Shabeach. In Nisach Sfard, and certainly actual Sfard, Aleinu goes last. So they would say the Shir Shel Yom, Pita Makatoris, and then Aleinu. And many also don't say even a Kaddish after Aleinu, which for us Ashkenazim is highly strange. But then again, when you're not used to a different Nisach, of course, the other Nisach is going to seem unusual. So let's say you daven one nusach and you're davening in a different minyan, or they have a different nusach, or even if you're the chazan, so some say you should follow the nusach of what the chazan is davening. And some say that it's better to daven your own nusach, but to do so quietly. And certainly, if let's say they're saying Aleinu at a different time, you shouldn't sit down, because it'll just make it more pronounced, the difference in the nuschos. Again, we don't want to have somebody looking different from the tzibur, so out of respect, even though if you're not saying the same nusach, but certainly you should appear as if, or certainly stand when they stand, etc., and etc. So we make sure we daven. That's the most important thing. We daven properly, then everything's great. So thanks for joining us. Please continue davening for Chalei Tzva Gana Yisrael, for Shlem Chol B'Tzvei Yisrael. Safety of our brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael, Nishmat and Daniel Shimon. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great day, and we'll see you here next time.